What I want you guys to do is, as you guys are solving this, I want you guys to look at this and ask how many groups of 2/5 go into 1/5. So go ahead and write that down.
What's that?
How many groups of 2/5 go into 1/5? From there, you're going to do the following. Use the virtual manipulatives. And the question's asking, how many groups of 2/5 can go into 1/5? You have 1/5 divided by 2/5. How many groups of 2/5 go into 1/5? I'm going to go to the fraction and look for the 1/5 right here. And it's asking for how many groups of 2/5. How many do I need of these? You look at your model. Is this the 1/5 right here? Would this be the 2/5? Okay. And if you're wondering, okay, well, what's the answer then? And that's when you guys, after that, I want you guys to go ahead and try. Like, if you're really figuring, if you can't figure out what this is, just by the looks of it, first off, how many groups of 2/5 go into 1/5? Well, we know 1/5 goes into 1/5 how many times? Once. But then you have an extra one. So some people are saying the answer is 2. So if you think the answer is 2, that's when you have to check it. And that's when you do the flip and multiply. Keep, change the sign, and flip.
That's the action.
5 and 2. 1 times 5 is what, ladies and gentlemen?
10.
Wait, that's not 2. This is technically... So that means my answer technically is 1/2. Now, I want you guys to look at this very carefully, though. Look what I just did. How many blocks do I have up here? How many blocks do I have down here?
Garbage.
So then when that means that when I answer the question on my sheet, how many groups of 2/5 go into 1/5? My answer would be 1/2 groups of 2/5 go into 1/5. Do you guys see that model up there? All right. That's one way of figuring it out. The next question. How would I phrase this question using the sentence frame? And remember, you're reading it like a Japanese comic book, backwards. Okay? How many groups of blank go in the blank?
I read those. How many groups of 1/2 go into 5?
Exactly. How many groups of 1/2 go into 1/6? So go ahead and write that down. So you guys, and every single one of these questions have to have this phrase written down to start off with.
Why?
I want you guys to get used to the language and the vocabulary that we've discussed and answering the question in this format. Because if you answer the question with understanding that everything we're working with is groups, it'll make the understanding of fractions going into more fractions a little bit more bearable and understandable. How many groups of 1/2 go into 5/6? Maybe.
I do.
All right. Let's go ahead. I'm going to create a new one here. Yes, I do want to start new. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my problem. 5, 6 divided by 1/2 equals. I'm going to look for my fractions. Do any of them finish with the denominator at 6? As you guys see on the screen? Yes or no? I need all eyes on the screen right now. You're not working on this independently because I haven't released you guys yet. I did the I do. This is the we do part. After that, you guys are going to work on this on your own. Is that understood? And it's funny because this lesson's already been recorded. This whole thing's being recorded. So if I call you out by name, your parents are going to know exactly who's following directions and who's not. Is that understood, ladies and gentlemen? And so will the rest of the world on YouTube because this lesson is going on there. Thank you. Looking at the screen, ladies and gentlemen, which one of these fractions, just tell me the color, finishes with the denominator of 6? How many of these do I need?
5.
5.
How you did a trick where you didn't? Oh, you double click. Oh, you copy.
All right. How many of these do I have?
5.
5. Does that correlate with the 5, 6?
Yes.
All right. Can I look for the 1/2 now? Is that what it's asking for? How many groups of 1/2? Let me try to line this up. How many groups of 1/2 go into 5, 6? Is it going evenly first off?
No.
How many groups do I know for sure go in there?
1.
1? What about this one? Does it go in evenly?
No.
So I know it's going to be, the answer is going to be 1 and something else. Isn't it? When I'm caught up in a situation like this, let's see, and this is when I will use the, what was it? Keep, change, and flip. Let's see what happens. Once I look at that answer, let me go back and look at my model and see if I can make sense of it. Keep, change,
Yeah, that's the action.
and flip. 5 times 2, ladies and gentlemen, is? 6 times 1 is?
6.
Oh, wow. Can 6 go into 10 several times? Let's try this. How many times does 6 go into 10? And whoever's clicking on that, please stop. So I need you guys watching and paying attention to what we're doing. Who's clicking on that? Somebody on this side before, and I need someone to please let me know who it is because you were clearly disrupting my request earlier. Who's playing around with it still? Geo, 6 to go into 10. How many times does 6 go into 10? 4 times? It's okay. 4 times. 6 times 4 is what?
24.
Does that make sense, Gio? Oops.
When you said oops, I accidentally pressed a button that made me exit the page before the same time.
5, 6 divided by 1/2. What did we get earlier? 5, 6 times 2 over 1 equals. All right. Gio, how many times can 6 go into 10? Huh? It can't go into 10? Do I have anybody that wants to agree or disagree with him? Mario.
I want to disagree with you.
Okay.
Because 6 can go into 10.
1 time. Thank you. So 10 minus 6 is what, Mario?
4.
4. When I'm working with fractions, I have to have an answer that's a fraction. I cannot have an answer. Can we go to decimals if we wanted to after this? Could I add a point right here and 0, bring the 0 down, 6 going to 40, add a decimal up here? Could I do that? But I'm not going to do that, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why is because the problem being asked in a decimal format?
No.
It's being asked in what kind of format?
Fraction.
Fraction. So my answer has to be fraction. So I'm going to get rid of this 0 and the decimal because that's not what I'm focused on. My answer would be 1 and 4/6. However, 4/6 can be divided, can it not?
Yes.
Divided by 2. And what is 4 divided by 2, ladies and gentlemen?
2.
2. 6 divided by 2?
3.
3. My answer is 1 and 2/3. Now, let's go back and look at this model. How many 1/2s do I have right here?
2. 1.
How many 1/2s did I just circle? Can it go into 5, 6 one time, the 1/2?
Yes.
What about this one, though? What do you guys see right here that represents 2/3? Serena? Right. How many of these 1/6 do I need to have to fit on the 1/2?
3.
3. But I only have what?
2.
So I'm having 2 out of the 3 that's right here. So the answer is 1 and 2/3.
So we could just look at the model and
What did you say?
so we could just look at the model and find
You could do that.
there was 1/2 and then there was 2/6 that went into the half.
That is correct. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And as you would write it as your answer,
I know, I'm trying to get to that. I can't.
you would put 1, 2/3 groups. How many groups of 1/2 go into 5, 6? 1 and 2/3 groups of 1/2 go into 5, 6. So that's a statement, period. I'm going to circle that, and I am done. This is the format I want you guys to answer all of these questions. And I want you guys to use the virtual manipulatives to guide you and to see if you can make sense of the problems. I want you guys to persevere through them. I want you guys to use the models. I want you guys to collaborate.
I don't know how to get to it.
All right?
No, but I don't know how to get to it.
To what?
To the thing.
You sign on Edmodo, go into classroom links, and it'll be on there.
Where's the classroom links? I can't find it.
I need you to go ahead and search for it. I know you've used it before. I need you to persevere and go ahead and try to use it.
I've never used it ever.
Thank you, Mario, for offering. Yes, you may help him. As long as he's respectful towards you.